Welcome back, everyone. And in between episodes, I did go ahead and finish the gold farm and bartering farm. And as you can see, piglins are just, they're just flowing down by the dozens at this point. This farm is actually way more efficient than I was expecting. But enough about that. I do actually want to test this the bartering setup. So it was working earlier, but then being the obviously very intelligent person that I am, I decided to change the design a little bit without testing it. So I probably broke it, but let's find out together. So I have been sort of slowly saving up on gold here. So it's not a full load, but I think it should be good enough. So if I go ahead and throw this in, we should see that it's going to start flowing into the system. Yes, we can see those are activating. And yeah, gold is starting to flow into this chest. So real quick, I just wanted to mention, yeah, you can see there's kind of a lot going on. This is quite a lot of machinery that's all interacting. But I did do my best to prevent as much lag as possible. As you can see, first off, everything on here is spawn proofed, so there shouldn't be anything spawning except for up there. And all of these hoppers are either locked or have a container block over them when not in use. So hopefully that should also reduce lag, because yeah, this area definitely has the potential to get very laggy. I mean, we can see already just right now in that short amount of time, there's already 40 entities right there, and plenty more up there. So this area can get kind of crazy. So gold is flowing into the system. So with this button, it should turn on. So we should see in a second that these piglins are going to get gold handed to them. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So hopefully the system should start working now. They should be trading and things should be coming out here soon. And no, the system is broken. Okay, but I think I saw what was wrong. So I think with this, the system should reactivate. Yes. Okay, so it is working again. So if I come over here, you guys can see that over here, items are being dispensed out and then they're being shot along. So I've got some high output filters here for items that there are a lot of. And the items get shot through that, and then they fall down here. They get launched along here and up into this hopper line where there are more low output hoppers. So this is just kind of all the other stuff where not a lot of them come in at any given time. If I come down here, you guys will actually be able to see the items kind of get shot along in just a second. There we go. So as you can see, the items kind of get shot along through this little tube and then launched up. I thought that was kind of fun. I had to put glass here because I thought that was fun to watch. But yeah, let's see if we can see one more. There we go. So that's the farm. It seems like it's working, which is always good. And of course, it is an excellent source of XP. You can see I have 71 levels now. It's it's not the most efficient XP farm that I've ever seen. I think it does the job. I like it quite a bit. So we should slowly be getting items over time. Not all of these have completely filled up yet, but we're slowly getting there. So anyway, yeah, that's the farm. Of course, I added in a light here to tell me whether or not the bartering farm is running, because knowing me, I will forget, and then I'm gonna accidentally trigger the button and break it. So I did add a little indicator there. So the things that we're farming, so we have, if I just come under here, you can see in the filters, we will be farming quartz, iron nuggets, soul sand, blackstone, nether bricks, spectral arrows, and gravel in the high output section. And then we have leather, fire charges, string, obsidian, crying obsidian, ender pearls, as well as some non-stackable items in the low output section. As you can see, the low output section, I'm gonna have to empty it out fairly often, and there is some overflow. Right now, of course, some of the filters are not fully set up, but it does look like there's also a little bit of overflow. So I'm kind of too lazy to address that. So I'm just gonna leave it. But as you can see, we get some soul speed books, we get soul speed boots and some fire resistance as well as water bottles. So the water bottles I'll probably just pull out, drink them so that I have empty water bottles. And the fire potions, always good to just have, like in my backpack. But I probably won't need a lot of them. So I'm not sure what I'll do with all this stuff. The soul speed boots I'll probably just throw away because that's not really very necessary. Potentially later on down the line, I will add in some sort of a filter to take out any iron boots or any boots, but I'm not sure. Doesn't seem like there's that many of them, so I might just take them out manually and destroy them. So yeah, that's the farm. And next up on the list of what I need to do is actually I need to make a path to get to and from the farm. So right now I'm just flying and I just have to kind of memorize the coordinates, which is not ideal. So I want to make an actual path that I can follow so that I'll stop getting lost. But to make the path, I need some more soul sand. And as you can see, there's a little while before the soul sand filter is fully set up. I'm going to have to AFK here a little bit and build up my supplies. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I will bring you guys back in when I am ready to start the path. Okay, and after breaking the farm a few more times, we do now have a good amount of soul sand. I think this will be enough. The answer is no, it was not enough. And I also have some wool to make some carpets to spawn proof the soul sand. So without further ado, I think let's head down and create this path in the form of a time lapse. And with this path all nice and done, of course, the next task is to move these resources over to the shop and change the prices accordingly. And we're here, as you can tell by the fact that I have drastically reduced frame rate. But regardless, I can now change this. So I'm going to change this to match. Ooh. Okay, we actually got some sand sales, so I'm going to have to restock on that. And there we are. And over in this spot, I think I'm actually going to sell Blackstone as well as Obsidian and Crying Obsidian. And there we go. So Blackstone, I've added at 1 diamond for 3 stacks. Obsidian at 1 diamond per stack. And Crying Obsidian also at 1 diamond per stack. And there we go. All fully stocked up. Now it is time for today's main project, which is going to be over here. So I want to get some more work done on the town area. So number 1, I think I'm going to do some work down in this area. I'll probably clear out that hill a little bit, or at least do a little bit of terraforming around here, as well as probably take down this hill here so that I can expand out this way, because what I want to build is a winery. And so I'm going to need a lot of rows of berry bushes as well as probably glowberries. They're the closest thing we have to grapes. Yeah, why don't we go get that started? Oh, and excuse these massive trees that are here. I'm just still slowly farming up wood because I'm always running a little bit low on that and I don't have a wood farm. Maybe that's, a later project or a project for another world. But regardless, the first step is to clear away the land and get it ready for the build. So why don't we go ahead and do that right now. And we are done with the terraforming, or at least almost done. Obviously, there's a lot of grass that needs to get put down here. And, well, we're just not going to talk about this part over here. That's a later project. But yeah, while I was working on that, I realized two things. And let me grab my spyglass for this. But first, that tree is floating. And I don't really know why. I blame Enderman, but I have no idea. And second, as you can see while I'm flying over it, when I'm terraforming, I tend to do a lot of very smooth curves. As you can see here, it looks like an S. And while that's fine for rivers, you know, like over here, it kind of works out a little bit because rivers kind of tend to do that. It doesn't really work well for rocks. Yeah, rocks just don't really break like that, so it doesn't make sense for it to be so smooth like this. So I think something that I need to work on at some point is terraforming in sort of more jagged edges instead of this very smooth style. But to be honest, that seems like something that should be left for a later time because I don't really feel like doing that right now. But anyway, yeah, so that is the terraforming pretty much done. I will probably complete the rest of it off camera, you know, sort of filling in these back parts here. But next up, we got to get ready for the actual build itself. So I'm going to need to gather some materials. And believe me when I say it's a lot of material gathering. Because one of the things that I need is actually warped wart, and I have no idea where a warped forest is. So not only do I have to find it, I also need to actually gather a bunch of it. It tends to be pretty painful to gather as far as I remember, but I guess we'll find out. And hopefully I don't die at any point during this whole process. Okay, first I'm going to fix this because that's been bothering me. But I think I'm going to do the material gathering and the building next episode because, yeah, this episode, it's taken a while. And it might not be very long, but I kind of want to just get this video out and not delay it any further. So, unfortunately, the building and the material gathering and everything, as well as the planting of these fields, is going to have to wait until next episode. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!